Are we living in Gavin Newsom's California? Why?
Yeah, and I'm sure your life is just a nightmare.
Left because of him.
Oh, right, you're in Florida?
Moved to Miami.
It's so, you know what? I'll tell you something.
Lived here my whole life.
2020, I've lived here since '83.
Okay.
And I love where I live. I love California.
I lived in Malibu.
I'm dug in here. I share your frustrations with California. I do. And those are the things I was saying to him.
I mean, this is one I think I could speak to
again,
pretty eloquently.
Are you happier in Florida?
Yeah.
Bill Maher is on this crazy streak recently where he is bringing people on his shows, on his podcast, on Late Night with Bill Maher, to absolutely humiliate him on topics that he has no clue what he is talking about. These common sense things that people like Steele, like we talked about a couple of days ago, now Jillian Michaels today, going on Bill Maher's podcast and just destroying him on topics that Bill Maher holds very strong opinions on, but they make no sense. And he's just consistently bringing people on his shows, and Coulter a few days ago, going on Late Night with Bill Maher and just humiliating Bill Maher on his own show. Same thing here with Jillian Michaels. She's doing it. She's trying to do it in a much nicer way. But Bill Maher still makes just as much of a fool of himself in this clip than any of the other ones. And we also have this wild clip that Bill Maher posted on his Twitter yesterday that we're going to go over as well, talking about Russiagate not being a hoax. This one's just wild. This just shows his TDS, and we'll go over that in 1 second here. But let's first get into this clip here from Jillian Michaels and Bill Maher, with Jillian Michaels just absolutely demolishing Bill Maher on the state of California, on wokeism in general, on Gavin Newsom, all the 9 yards, everything that Bill Maher loves to talk about. So let's check out this clip here from Bill Maher's podcast of him getting absolutely humiliated once again.
But I've been trying to get Gavin to run for president for a very long time. And
are you serious? Are we living in Gavin Newsom's California? Why?
Yeah, and I'm sure your life is just a nightmare.
Left because of him.
Oh, right, you're in Florida?
Moved to Miami.
It's so, you know what? I'll tell you something.
Lived here my whole life.
2020, I've lived here since '83.
Okay.
And I love where I live. I love California.
I lived in Malibu.
I'm dug in here. I share your frustrations with California. I do. And those are the things I was saying to him.
I mean, this is one I think I could speak to pretty eloquently.
Are you happier in Florida?
Yeah.
What is it in Florida that compensated more than what you had here?
It feels less crazy than it does here. Here, you just
Florida's less crazy.
Yeah. Hear me out. Hear me out on this.
Really?
Here's
the place
what I mean.
where the people are on bath salts?
It's funny because the only people who really defend California and who want to live in California, the people who are moving to California, like I talk to people all the time from the state, and they're not happy there. Normal people are just not happy in California. They don't want to be there. The only reason why they are there is because they have jobs there, they have families there. They don't want to move them. But people like Bill Maher, the only reason why people like Bill Maher defend California is because he's so bought into the cult. It's not even about being right or being wrong with him. It's just about my team must win. And he'll go over that in 1 second as well with Gavin Newsom. He says he doesn't even like Gavin Newsom that much. He just thinks that he has a possibility to win the election, so he wants him to run. And it's like that's the kind of mindsets that really just destroy a country and destroy states like California and like the United States. That mindset from Bill Maher, where it's like, yeah, I don't really care that Gavin Newsom would be horrible for not just the state of California, but also the United States in general, but he's on my team, and I think he has the best chance of winning. So I want him to run, and I want him to win. It's just so stupid. The only people who defend that state are people like Bill Maher, who are just so bought into the cult mentality, to the me versus you, my team versus yours mentality, and the people who like to steal things and not get in trouble for it, and do drugs and not get in trouble for it. That's the only people who actually defend California like this.
Like fucking an alligator?
Sage Steele asked me, she's like, what was the moment when you felt like California had lost its mind? And it was a piece of legislation that I can't recall.
Did it affect your life?
But Bill,
did it affect your life?
Is the crime affecting our lives? Is the homelessness affecting our lives?
Was crime affecting your life here in California?
Yeah, absolutely. My house got broken into.
Your house got broken into?
Yes, and guess what? The relationship with PG&E, my house burned down in 2018.
Where's your house?
I lived in Malibu.
Malibu?
Yeah.
You got broken into in Malibu?
I got...
Things are rough out there.
And it was so nuts. And guess who let the guy out during COVID? Because I got the letter. Newsom. It was the guy's third offense. He broke into our house. He had duct tape and a video camera. Anyway, long story, but third strike, guy goes to jail, gets let out during COVID. I mean, give me a fucking break. You're not going to hold PG&E accountable for that fire in 2018.
Yeah.
You're going to decriminalize everything but regulate nothing. You're prioritizing the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Well, come on. Really?
Again, my thing with Gavin is, first of all, he can win. First of all, I just like him. I think he's really smart. Really? Is he a politician? Yes. That's the... Hello, is he slick? Good. I'm fucking glad he's slick. Slick people win elections. Clinton was slick. Obama was pretty slick.
How do you feel about the way he handled COVID? California was the last state to reopen.
Not for it.
Shut the schools forever.
Not for it.
Mind you, with no mask on at the French Laundry after saying you can't.
Again, you are just... I think you've been captured by this.
No, I haven't. He's a hypocrite, and that bothers me. The rules were absurd.
But it doesn't bother Bill, though. And Bill's like, he said it earlier. Jillian Michaels didn't really dig into it, but Bill said it right there. He was like, I don't agree with everything that he did. I don't agree with a lot of things that he's done. But he has a chance to win because he's a politician. He's slick. He has charisma and stuff like that. And he'll go into that more in 1 second here as well, talking about how Obama was slick, Clinton was slick. He wants people to be politicians. He wants Gavin Newsom to run and to win because he is, he is a politician. He is slick. And that's why Bill Maher thinks he has a chance. And those are the kind of mentalities. That's the thought process that has been ruining the country. That has been tearing everybody apart. The me versus you. Like, I don't care if I'm right. I don't care if what I'm voting for and what I'm trying to promote is best for the country. I just care if my team wins or not. It's just, you have to be brainwashed a ton. And Bill Maher obviously is, to believe this way. It's to think this way, to believe these things.
Absurd. Okay. Bill.
I know, but it's
Bill,
like
they were
really
absurd.
You're obsessing
again
about
what was done right.
You're obsessing about the dandruff.
If he
went to the wrong restaurant. Really?
Bill,
this is it,
he didn't follow his own rules. If you're going to be a leader, you lead by example. That's not fucking dandruff. If he was the COO of a company, wasn't there like there's two choices. $1 billion?
I can almost guarantee whoever he's going to run against from the Republican Party, although every time I make the decision independently, I must guarantee that I will think he's smarter, better at government, which Republicans don't even take seriously. They don't know how government works. Democrats are at least wonks. They actually know how government works. It's actually very complicated. You have to study it. It's arcane. It takes a lot of people in a lot of rooms at 3 in the morning with boxes of stale pizza and coffee and making and crafting laws that you'll never read but affect your life. People who actually really get things done.
Okay.
Is he that kind of person? Yes, I think he is.
I think he's a lunatic that is trying to pander to the woke cultist, the woke ideology out there that's ruining Western civilization. That's what I think he is. I don't think he's the type of guy that understands. Maybe he does understand government. Maybe he is book smart. But I don't think that's what people vote for him for. I don't think that's what people like Bill Maher like him for. I think he's just saying that because it makes him sound intelligent and it makes his point sound like they're not, just brainwashing from the woke cult. But that's what it is. This is what Bill Maher has become now. It's really sad to see. But we also have this clip here from Bill Maher that he posted yesterday. And this is pretty wild because this clip is from a few years ago and it's comedy special. And he posted it and he got a lot of backlash, like a ton of backlash. You could see this guy saying, wow, you dug out your own old comedy show when people still were buying the Russian collusion hoax. You need to get new material if you want to stay relevant. And he's getting ratioed pretty badly. 1.4K replies to 1.8K likes. So let's check out this clip here. This was odd, and then just shows that Bill Maher's his TDS is not going anywhere anytime soon.
During the campaign, Donald Trump has 2 grown sons, douchebag von fuckface Trump, and Thurston shitbag the third.
Haha, dude, it's just so funny. Like, just call Trump funny names, and that's your whole shtick. That's your whole comedy shtick. It's so funny. I don't really understand why Bill Maher is posting this at this time unless he's getting paid off by somebody to do it, which I wouldn't be surprised at all about. But it's just crazy to me that Bill Maher still holds this level of TDS that, like this person says, sad to see what you've become. TDS has taken you completely. And
during the campaign,
it's not even just Bill Maher. It's so many other people. Like, people like Mark Hamill come to mind that so many of us, knew and loved growing up. Like, it was Luke Skywalker and everything, and a great actor outside of that as well, and still a pretty good actor, a good voice actor especially, but he's just a lunatic. And Trump has just taken over his brain and melted it. Like, he's just a complete lunatic. And same thing with Bill Maher. Let me know what you guys are thinking about in the comments about these two clips. This Russiagate wasn't a hoax clip that Bill Maher posted from a while ago from one of his comedy specials, if you want to call it comedy. And then also this clip here from Chief Nerd from Bill Maher's own podcast, where he brings on yet another guest who just destroys him on a topic that he thinks he knows a lot about. He tries to act like he does, but he doesn't really know anything about it, and he just the points that he makes make no sense, and it shows his brainwashing. The fact that he wants Gavin Newsom to win, even though he doesn't agree with most of the things that Gavin Newsom does, his opinions he holds, and the things he says, he wants him to win because he's on his side and he's part of the same cult. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments about this Bill Maher situation. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you in the next one.